Hello, welcome to YMCA Biddy Basketball. Thank you for being a coach in our program. We really appreciate it. We could not do this without you. Volunteers are what make youth sports possible. I want to say thank you. Just a couple quick tips for our program. One of our main things we want to try to do in this program is eliminate that standing around time. We don't want kids waiting in line with a basketball just standing. Kids this age, they need as many reps as possible to become great at the sport. So what we want to do is try to get as many kids moving, having fun, enjoying themselves as possible with every drill that we do. In any drill that we do, we can always try to find a way to do that, whether it be turning it into a game. That way we're also teaching competition and cheering on our teammates and learning how to win and how to lose. Lastly, try to get the parents involved as much as possible. Love to have the parents involved. They're growing with their kids and they're having fun. If we're having fun as coaches, parents are having fun, the kids will too. Thanks again. All right, now we're going to work on shooting. How we like to teach shooting in Biddy basketball at the YMCA. It's a common phrase. Waiter, giraffe. How we explain this to the kids. Shooting is what we do to score points. And points is how we win in basketball. So with the waiter, I like to mention to the kids, has anybody ever been to a restaurant before? Of course they all have. You could ask real quick, what's your favorite restaurant? You can say, hey, have you ever seen the people that carry our food? They kind of carry it like this, like a waiter, and we're going to teach that. So this position, with our athletic stance, we're going to be waiter. So Coach Zach's going to help me here, be athletic, and we're going to have waiter position. Right up here, kind of by our face, one hand here on the ball, one hand here. Important note, we like to practice without the ball first. That way they're really building the form without having to worry about holding the ball. So once again, we're athletic, always athletic, everything we do, waiter, and then we add in our second part, giraffe. Giraffe looks like this. Big, long giraffe neck right here. This is a giraffe head and its neck. So you can have the kids do that. Hey, can everybody show me our giraffe? Have them show you your giraffe. Now we're going to put it together, once again, without the ball. And you can do it just like this. When I say athletic, we're athletic. Waiter, giraffe. Now, do that piece by piece and do it again. Athletic, waiter, giraffe. The last part, if you noticed our feet, we didn't jump. We need to use our legs to make sure we have enough power. So we're going to do this time is we're going to make sure we jump when we say giraffe. So athletic, waiter, giraffe. We're going to have the kids practice that form without the ball. Now, we're going to add in the basketball. So this time, when we hold the basketball, we want to make sure we have one hand here, one hand on the side. One hand on the bottom, one hand on the side. We're going to be athletic, waiter, giraffe. Do it from the side. Athletic, waiter, giraffe. And we want the kids to try to get it as high as possible. The little guys, it might be kind of hard to get for them to get it up. We want to try to keep it right about here. So once again, we'll do it piece by piece with Coach Zach. So all right, we're going to show me your athletic stance. All right, show me your waiter and giraffe. And keep that hand up nice and high. Now, we'll do it one more time and make sure we jump. Ready? Athletic, waiter, giraffe. Awesome. And we'll just have the kids practice that until they get that form down. All right, now we're going to work on some more shooting. We just learned about shooting form. Now we're going to practice it with our parent. So I'm going to be the parent here. Coach Zach's going to be our Biddy basketball player. He's going to practice his form. Parents are just going to stand here and get ready to catch. Coach Zach's going to be athletic, bend his knees, show his waiter, and giraffe, and shoot it to me. Nice. He's going to make sure we keep that hand up there nice and high. And as a parent, I'm just going to give the ball back and just keep practicing. Good. Now, as a coach, what we can do while Zach's shooting, we can come around with this parent, we can come around and check. We might have 10 people on our team, 5, 6, whatever the number may be. This gives you that chance to walk around and help each kid a little bit. And make sure you're telling the parents too. That way the parent can work on them. So any little pieces of information, such as, make sure we get that hand underneath, make sure we keep our hand up high, make sure we jump, those kind of things. But they're just going to shoot to their parent. We're now going to work on dribbling. We got to make sure we tell the kids, if we have the basketball, we can't just run around with it. It looks silly, right? We got to make sure we dribble. Biggest part of the game at this age is dribbling. So when we teach dribbling, what do we always start with? athletic stance, right? So we're gonna have the kids get an athletic stance with their basketball. Now when we dribble, a couple key points. Number one, we use our fingers. Have the kids put their hands up in the air. Can everybody wiggle their fingers just to get them used to it? When we push down on the ball, we don't want to use our palms. We don't want this. We want fingers to push down on the ball. So we want the kids, we're just going to have them practice dribbling just like this, athletic stance, and use those fingers to push down. Notice, using one hand, my right hand. If you have someone that's a little more advanced, have them show you their right hand, and then switch to left. Whatever, we want to challenge each kid. But remember, fingers are the most important thing in trying to keep the ball in the same spot. One thing you can do if a kid's struggling with the ball moving all around, pick a spot on the floor. I'll say the C in YMCA here. All right, let's try to hit this C every time. And I'm going to try to dribble right on that C. Last thing, try to keep our heads up if possible. So have each kid practice this with their parent, walk around, give advice and tips as needed. All right, we're going to practice our dribbling a little more. This time we're going to do some dribble counting. Also working on counting with the children too. So Coach Zach's here, going to get in his dribbling stance. He's going to get ready to dribble. What the parents are going to do is they're going to count how many dribbles we get. So let's get ready to start. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can stop. You probably stop at 10 to start and have the kids count as well. After that, ask the kids, how many dribbles did you get in a row? Most of the time, they're only going to be able to get a few before the ball eventually gets away from them or they have to run and get it. So try to see how many dribbles they can get in a row and really celebrate if they can beat that record the next time. But it also works with counting too. If they get up to 50, 60, that's sweet. That's great. Let's keep practicing. One more thing. If they're doing too good and it's too easy for somebody, they can do this all day. We can make them use their left hand. We can make them cross over, use both hands. However we need to do to challenge the kid. Now we're going to work on passing. So when we teach passing, 2 words that really are important. Step, pass. We want to teach the players to make sure they step when they pass. Much more power on it, much more accuracy. If we just pass, it's going to get stolen. We need to be nice and strong. So, a couple points. First thing, we're going to be athletic. We're always in our athletic stance, right? 2 hands on our basketball on the sides of the ball. Now when we pass, we're going to be athletic, step, pass. So how we like to teach this, without the ball, just like shooting, we're just going to work athletic, step, pass, and have them make the shooting motion or passing motion. Do it again. Athletic, step, pass. Practice that a few times. Now we add in the ball. Super simple. And they're just going to pass with a parent. Athletic, step, pass. And make sure we pass back and forth. So go ahead and pass back. And we're going to make sure we give it a nice, good catch. If we can pass in the air and bounce pass, we're not too worried about which they're doing. Bounce pass may be easier to start off, but if they want a chest pass, that's fine too. Now we're just going to have the players practice with their parent. Another time to have the players doing something with their parent so the coach can walk around and give some instruction and tips. So Coach Joel here is going to help, along with Coach Zach. They're just going to pass. All right, you guys ready? Let's make sure we're athletic. We're going to step and pass. Good. Just keep going back and forth. Step, pass. Looks great. One thing, if I can stop you for a second, we can also work on how we catch the pass. Make sure we're athletic and have our hands nice and ready. We want to give a nice target for our friends to pass it to us. Go ahead. Also, make sure it's a time that you're being positive reinforcement. Hey, great job, Zach. Way to step. Joel, athletic stance looks great. Keep it up. Be positive. Be happy. Make it fun. Now we're just going to give the kids a little bit of a court tour. That way you can get more familiar with the lines, build their basketball IQ. Number one, most important thing, we got to teach them where the basket is. So I like to say, all right, this thing right here, can everybody point to it? That's the basket. Or we also call it the hoop. And I'm going to say, can we say basket on a count of 3? 1, 2, 3, basket. Encourage them to yell louder if you need them to. But have everybody point to the basket. Number 2, the baseline. Have everybody come and touch the line, physically touch it. This is the baseline. If we go past the baseline, we got to stop play. that's baseline. We want them to repeat that as well. Next, we have the free throw line up here. Have them touch the free throw line. Say that. Now, this court here doesn't have a three-point line, so I'm going to use this line here. Would go for a rim that's right there, but three-point line as well. And the last one we're going to point out is the sideline. It's over here. We're going to touch the sideline, and that one's easy to remember because it's on the side. Once again, remember, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, sideline, or free throw line, three-point line for each one of those. Just building that basketball IQ. That way in the future, if we start in a drill and you say, hey, everybody meet me on the baseline, they know where we're going. Okay, now we just learned about the lines. Now we're going to play a little game with it. This is our line call-out game. So coach is going to say a line. I'm going to say, all right, on the count of 3, we're going to run to free throw line, for example. Then the players are going to run and touch that free throw line. They might need some help when we get started, so run with them for the first couple. But here's what it's going to look like. All right, guys, on the count of 3, I want you to run to the basket. To the basket. Ready? 3, 2, 1, basket. Yeah, make sure we point too. All right, let's get ready. This time, let's run to the sideline. Sideline. Awesome job. Great job. Remember, make sure we're encouraging. What about free throw line? Ready? Go. Awesome job. And another thing with this drill, a quick thing we can teach is having work on our listening. Use ready, set, go, or 3, 2, 1. It's okay to be silly with it. Say ready, set, with a really long pause, and then go. Get the kids' attention, get them to work on listening. So our last one, three-point line. When I say go, ready, set, bananas. Little things like that, keep their attention. Ready, set, go. Great job. This drill is super scoring shooting. This is a really fun one because you get points even if you don't make the shot, just for making a good shot, for hitting the backboard, for hitting the rim. How it works, players are going to come out. We can have 2, possibly 2 players come out. 2 is great, one on one side of the hoop, one on the other. They're going to shoot when you say go. We can give them 15 seconds, 30 seconds, however long we want. If they hit the backboard, that counts as 1 point. If they hit the rim, that counts as 2 points. If they make it, it counts as 3 points. At the end of the time, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, we count their points and we reward them or let them know how many points they got. Hey, you got 10. Let's see if we can get 15 next time. And also celebrating who got the most out of the group. So I have Coach Zach and Coach Joel go ahead and come up, each with a basketball. Zach, I'll have you start on this side of the hoop. Coach Joel on this side. You guys ready? Remember, use our waiter, Giraffe, make sure we're jumping. And we're going to play super scoring shooting. Ready, set, go. Oh, that's 3 for Joel, 2 for Zach. All right, 6 for Joel. Keep going. See how many we can get. Oh, 2 more. That's 8 for Joel. All right, that's 2 more for Zach. And go ahead and stop. Now, parents can be involved in this drill, helping keep score. And we're going to let them know, hey, how many did you get? Oh, that's awesome. Great job. And bring in our next players and try to beat that score. This drill is 3 cone shooting. Once again, we try to eliminate the amount of players just standing around waiting. So we have 3 players at once. We have 3 cones. This shot here, kind of a straight shot on the side. I can't really use much backboard. Joel has a straight on shot. Coach Zach has more of an angle shot. So what's going to happen? When I say go, we're going to shoot all at the same time. I'm then going to go grab my ball and dribble to my next cone. And I'm going to get ready. Wait for coach to say go. When we say go, we'll shoot again. All right, ready, set, go. Go to our next cone. Get ready, set, go. Grab our ball. Go to our next cone. Ready, set, go. Grab our ball. And so on and so forth. Once kids get to a cone, we do want to try to get another kid in. So where Coach Zach is, that could be the end of our line. So after Coach Zach shoots, he would come back here and get in line. And a new player would shoot here. So that's 3 cone shooting, trying to get as many kids involved as possible, and also working on our dribbling and our rebounding too. in between. We're going to work on some dribbling on the move. We've worked on dribbling standing still. We got to learn how to dribble and move. So a couple things when we dribble and move, we got to make sure we keep that ball out in front of us. We want to keep our other hand there to protect the ball. If I dribble just like this, Coach Zach can take my ball super easy. But if I have my other hand out and he's trying to take it, he can't. So we want to teach him to get our hand out here, eyes up, and we're walking while we dribble. Start out walking nice and slow. We're going to play some red light, green light. So what it's going to look like. When Coach says red light, Zach's going to stop. Hold his ball nice and strong. We like to say big and strong and show me your game face. Green light, Zach's going to dribble towards this yellow line. So red light stop, green light dribble. All right, Coach Zach, let's have you get ready. Ready, set, green light, red light, green light, red light, green light. And we're going to stop at the end. One thing you can mix in is yellow light. What yellow light looks like, kids will stop, but continue to dribble. That way it looks just like this. So green light will be go, yellow light like this, red light, stop, yellow light, green light. When we're doing this, I would encourage you to go green light, yellow light, and not really use red light because we don't want to necessarily teach them to double dribble. So green light, yellow light, green light, yellow light. All right, it'll look just like this. Ready? Yellow light, green light, yellow light, green light. Awesome job, great job. And just like that, remember, if a kid, it's too easy for somebody, we can work on crossing over. We can work on using just our offhand, left hand, or right hand if they're left-handed. Whatever we need to do to challenge each kid. Okay, now we're going to continue working on dribbling on the move. We're going to play follow the leader. Coach is going to be the leader. I'm going to be the coach. What the players are going to do is they're going to line up behind Coach. So I have Coach Zach and Coach Joel stand here behind me. We got our basketballs. This helps work with our keeping our eyes up. Because if my head's down, they're not going to see where I go. If Coach Zach's head's down, he's not going to be able to see where I go. What we're going to do when I say go, the team is going to follow me. You can also have kids be leaders too eventually, but we're going to start with me being the leader, and they're just going to follow around as I dribble. Ready? Go. You want to keep it nice and slow to start. We can get a little faster if we want. Make sure we add in lots of movement. Keep them entertained, keep them moving, working on our handling. Oh, maybe I'm going to turn it exactly around. I'm going to do a circle. Keep it fun. They're just following you. Okay, this drill, players really love it. They get to knock some things over. So we have cones out here. I like to set it up towards a wall. That way the balls aren't just rolling crazy. How it's going to work? We're going to create a line for our players to pass from. So Coach Zach, Coach Joel, each have a ball. We're going to have them stand on the black line right here. They're going to face the cones. Coach says go. They're going to pass their basketball, trying to knock down the cones. It'll look like this. Ready? Go. Good. Make sure we step and pass. Try to knock down our cones. Once they pass, they go get their ball. Awesome. And we'll go ahead and stop. Now, we've done that a couple times. We can have more cones. Obviously, we can have more players. If it's too easy, you can have somebody scoot back to make that pass farther. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and make it into a game. So this time, I'm going to give them 5 seconds. And we're going to see how many cones we get in 5 seconds. You guys ready? Set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Good. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cones. Great job. You guys think you can beat that? Yeah? And then you can let them try again. Once again, rewarding them, letting them know if something's tough, we practice, we keep trying, we'll be able to do it. We're going to work on some pivot passing. Something you want to teach the players are, if we stop, we want to try to pivot. You know, in basketball, we can't travel. We can't walk with the basketball. That is going to happen in this age group. But we want to try to prevent it as much as possible. So we're going to teach them what we can do. We can pivot. So what a pivot looks like. We hold our ball nice and strong. We're going to spin around. We can have the players just practice this. Just practice pivoting around. They like it, just spinning around in circles like that. One foot in place, moving the other foot. Now, what we're gonna do for our drill, Coach Joel's gonna start with his basketball facing the wall. When I say go, he's going to pivot around. Go ahead and pivot, Coach Joel. Then he's gonna step and pass to me. I'm gonna pass to Coach Zach. Coach Zach's behind me. What do I have to do? I have to pivot. So I'm gonna pivot around, step, pass to Coach Zach. Once we get down the line, we're gonna start over. So Coach Zach's gonna start us off now. He's gonna pivot, step and pass. I'm gonna pivot, make sure I step, pass, Coach Joel, and same thing. Once again, remembering that we have to step, pass. We're gonna work on some defensive movement. So we like to teach our players how we move on defense. I like to demonstrate. If I'm on defense, I'm gonna have my nice athletic stance, hands out. And when I move, I wanna shuffle. So my feet are not crossing over, I'm shuffling. Because if I cross over, can I jump? No. Can I pass? No. Can I go forward? No. We wanna make sure that we shuffle. That way I can always do anything I wanna do. So, how we're gonna practice this? We'll have our players get in our athletic stance. Coach points this way, they will shuffle that way. I point this way, they will shuffle that way. Coach can also move so they can follow you. We'll do that back and forth a few times, which we'll demonstrate. Then we'll add in some more parts to the drill. Are you ready? Athletic, is set, go. Good, stay low, head, eyes up, back this way, back that way, this way. Great. Now, we're gonna add in the basketball. So this time, instead of pointing, I'm going to dribble. So if I dribble this way, they follow. If I dribble this way, they follow. What this is teaching is staying in front. Because if I'm dribbling, I dribble this way, and Coach Joel's in front of me, I can't go anywhere. So it'll look just like this. Ready, set, go. Good. Staying in front. Shuffle those feet, don't cross. Great job. Good, awesome. Looks just like that. This drill is dribble, stop, shoot. We don't always get to shoot just from standing still. Catch the ball and shoot. We have to work on that transition of dribbling to shooting. So, we're going to remember to teach the players using our fingers, athletic stance. They're going to dribble up to the cone. Stop. Notice my jump stop. I'm athletic. Waiter, giraffe, grab our ball, and we will go to our next line. So I go behind Coach Joel or back to the line I came from. We can have 2, possibly 3 lines, and just keeping the kids aware of each other. It's good to work on that spatial awareness too. So when I say go, both Coach Zach and Coach Joel are going to dribble up and give it a shot. Ready, set, go. Dribble and shoot. Good. All right, grab our ball, go to our next line, and get ready, and go. Good. All right, just like that. Okay, this drill is rebound and shoot. In basketball, a lot of points are scored off of rebounds. And when our friend shoots, we want to try to go grab the ball so that we can shoot it back up. So, how it's going to work, we have a line on this side of the hoop, line on this side of the hoop. Coach will stand in the middle. I'm going to come up, grab the ball. I'm going to give it a nice, easy toss off the backboard. Zach is going to try to grab the ball nice and strong, up high if he can, or off the ground if he has to, and then shoot it back up. All right, are we ready? Set. Try to grab it high. Nice shot. Good. All right, now I'm going to grab Coach Joel's ball. All right, you ready? Athletic stance. Get those hands ready. Grab it up high and shoot. Nice. Keep going. And we'll just go back and forth. You guys can switch lines if you want. Good. Now let's take this ball and make it harder. Nice, easy one. Get into a position where we can shoot and shoot. Great job. Now with this, making sure kids get back into position. If we grab it underneath here, we don't want to just try to shoot from here. Like Coach Joel did, we grab it, we can take a dribble out, get to a nice spot to shoot. This game is going to work on getting away from the defense a little bit. This is Dribble Freeze Tag. My boundary, make sure we set boundaries, is the circle right here, our YMCA circle. We could use cones, we could use lines. We have a nice area right here to use. So Coach Zach and Coach Joel, you guys are going to dribble inside of our circle. When I say go, I'm going to be a defender. I'm going to try to tag you. If I tag you, you freeze. Hold your ball nice and strong and freeze. But if Coach Joel's frozen, Coach Zach can unfreeze him by tagging him. Now he can dribble again. So we're teaching the kids as they dribble to get away from Coach. They want to try to stay away from me, just like staying away from the defense. So it'll look just like this. Ready, set, go. Make sure we get away. If you see me coming, go the other way. Good. Oh, I'm going to get Coach Zach. He's frozen. Oh, Coach Joel unfrozen. And once again, you can use a bigger area, but we just want to try to, oh, good job. Just like that, working on moving, staying away from defense. Okay, we're going to do a dribble relay race. This is a great one to teach competition, cheering on our teammates, encourage the parents to help cheer too. So we have one line for a demonstration. You could have 2 or 3 lines depending on your team size. Only the first person needs a ball. So Coach Zach has the ball. When I say go, he's going to dribble down the yellow line to this spot here, turn around, bring the ball back, give it to Coach Joel, he's going to go. At that time, we'd be done with our relay race. Once again, you'd have some more kids on your team, but this is what it's going to look like. Are you ready? Set, go. Yeah, go Coach Zach. Good job. Make sure we're cheering each other on. Next player goes. Good job, Joel. Just like this. Okay, we're going to work on passing and moving. We want to teach our players. When we pass, we don't just pass and then stand there. We're still in the play. We want to pass and move to try to get the ball back. So here's how we're going to do this. We have 4 cones spread out. Coach Joel's at 1, Coach Zach's at 1, I'm at 1. We could have another player there. So here's how it'll look. Coach Joel has the ball. Everybody's going to watch Coach Joel. He's going to pass to a line. Say he passes to me. Now Coach Joel has to go to a new line. He went there. He doesn't have to go to that line. He can go to any, just a different one. So now I'm going to pass. So I'm going to turn, step pass. I'm going to run Coach Zach's line. Coach Zach's going to pass and run. We're all watching for the ball, getting ready. We're just going to pass and move. We can run to any line. It's practicing our movement. Great job. So, a couple things. You can start off slow, start to get faster. You can get the parents involved, have them next to the kids. That way they can help them move. But great way to teach them that we don't just pass and stand. We pass to get the ball back. This drill is passing keep away. What this is teaching is if we have a defender, we try to pass around them. And if I'm somebody without the basketball, I need to run so that they can pass it to me. So, Coach Joel has the ball. If I stand directly in his way, he can't throw it to Coach Zach because I'll steal it. It's really simple. Joel can't move because he has a basketball, right? We can't just run with the ball. But Coach Zach can because he doesn't. So if I'm standing here watching Coach Joel, he moves. Now he passes. Now I'm going to play defense on Zach. And we're just going to practice this. For the drill, coach can be defender to start, and then you can have players be defenders. Watching the ball, trying to stop the pass, and working on movement. Now we're going to work on rebounding and grabbing loose balls. We want to tell our players that whenever a ball's loose, it's our ball. We want to grab it. And we want to grab it big and strong. We don't want to grab it with one hand nice and easy. We want to grab it 2 hands and secure it and hold it nice and strong. So how we're going to practice this? We're going to have our players stand behind a cone. Coach is going to have a ball. I'm going to say go. I'll roll the ball out. Coach Joel will chase it down. 2-hand grab, dribble back. Bring me back the ball. And then Coach Zach will go. It'll look just like this. We ready? Set, go. Great job. 2 hands. Good. All right, here we go. 2 hands, dribble it back to me. Good. Great job. Let's do one more. I'm going to roll this one. Picking it up off the ground. 2 hands, bring it back. Great job. One thing we don't want to teach is dribbling it up. The ball's rolling around and we try to dribble it up. It can get lost or stolen. We want to grab it, 2 hands. Last addition you can do, once we do that a few times, is bounce the ball. When we bounce the ball, what we're working on is grabbing the ball up high. So I'm going to bounce it like this. I'm going to grab it up high. Because if I grab it down low, anyone can grab it. Even as tall as coach is, anyone can grab it. But if I grab it up high, it's hard for people to grab. Here's how it's going to look. Are we ready? Set. Make sure we let it bounce. Grab it up high. 2 hands. Dribble it back. Good. One more. Grab it up high. And dribble it on back. Good job. Make sure we have that nice sound like that. This is our dribbling gates drill. So our gates are sets of 2 cones. Look just like this. We have them laid out facing different directions. That's on purpose to work on turning. But we're going to set up as many gates as we can around. I'd say somewhere around 10 to 20, just as many as we have enough space for. This is another drill we keep all the kids moving. All the kids are going to go at once. So Coach Zach and Coach Joel are going to help me out. When I say go, they're going to dribble through the gates. They just dribble straight through. Once they go through a gate, they must pick a new gate to go through. So we can't dribble through the same gate twice, meaning I can't keep going back and forth. I got to go find another one. We're going to keeping our head up and also avoiding our friends. So, are we ready? Set, go. Just going to dribble around through as many gates as possible. Keep that head up. Good job, guys. See, right there was a great demonstration. How to keep our head up so we avoided a collision. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and stop. Now, what we can do, we've done this once or twice. This time, we can bring in the parents. Parents are going to count how many gates they go through. Let's say they get 3. Next time, we're going to say, all right, let's try to get 4. Let's be a little faster. Maybe pick some gates that are close. So, what that'll look like, I'm just going to give them about 5 seconds, see how many they can get through. Ready, set, go. And stop. All right. Coach Joel, how many did we get through? He got through 4. Coach Zach. Zach got through 5. All right. So, you know what you have to beat. Let's see if you can go a little faster. Maybe plan out your trip. Get some closer ones. Let's try to beat it. Ready, set, go. And stop. All right. Now, at this point, some kids might have beat their goal. Some might not. Either way, if they didn't beat our goal, let's say Coach Joel didn't beat his goal. Hey, that's all right. Did you try your best? We tried as hard as we could. We're going to keep practicing. We'll get there. Just keep trying our best. Maybe Coach Zach did it. We're going to celebrate it. Awesome job. Great job. You practiced. You got better. That's what we're here for. So, once again, being positive, it's a fun drill. This drill, we're working on cutting, shooting, passing, a little bit of everything. Real offense. We have 2 lines. One line up by the free throw line. Coach Joel has the ball. Another line over towards the corner. That's Coach Zach. No ball. What's going to happen? When I say go, Coach Zach is going to start making his way towards the hoop. Coach Joel's going to pass it. And Zach's going to take a shot. He's going to grab his ball. Go ahead and switch lines. Now remember, we're going to have more kids than just 2, so now it'll be somebody else's turn. Get ready, go. Pass. Take a nice good shot. Grab our ball, go to the other line. Back and forth, getting used to moving without the ball, passing to a friend, and shooting. Okay, this is our team building caterpillar game. How this works, we'll have all of our team members start in a line. Arms on the shoulders and the person in front of them. One player is going to be the leader. We have cones out here. We have a yellow cone, a red cone, an orange cone. We can have more. We can also use lines. Great way to incorporate the lines. So when I call out an object or a line or a cone, Coach Joel, who's in front, is going to lead our team to that object. But he's got to be a good leader. If he goes too fast or moves too quickly, he's going to lose Coach Zach that's behind him. Coach Zach needs to follow Coach Joel and also not lose the person behind him. Look just like this. Ready? Red cone. Orange cone. What about the free throw line? What about the baseline? What about the yellow cone? Awesome. Great job. And you can rotate who's in front with a big group of kids. Imagine 8 kids in a line. It gets all tangled. We want to make sure that we are good teammates and working as a team. Okay, we're going to practice with our armbands. So with our armbands, Each player on the team is going to have a color that's going to be matched up to somebody on the other team. We're going to try to match the skill level, physical level, height, speed, that kind of thing as well to make it as fair as possible. Both of our players here have our orange bands on. So to get used to this, we're going to play a game. It's called Find Your Color. I have all the players come around our cone. Once again, in a real situation, we'd have more players, more colors, but each one needs one match. When coach says go, they're going to run around our cone, be silly. But when I say find your color, they're going to look down, see they have orange, look for orange, find the person, make a nice defensive stance in front of them. Are you guys ready? Set, go. Just running around, being silly. Yeah, great job. Get that energy out. Find your color. There he is. Good, just like that. We're going to practice that over and over again. And now we're going to work on more with our armbands and some defense. Here's what we're going to do. Much like our defensive slides drill, both of our players are going to be on defense to start. Coach will have the ball. This is about reacting to what the defense is doing. They're going to face me, nice athletic defensive stance. If I dribble this way, they're going to follow. If I dribble this way. If I go backwards, they're going to follow. Yep. They're going to stay with me. Now, if I get in my waiter stance, I'm ready to shoot, hands go up high. We don't really encourage blocking or fouling, but nice hands up, straight up high. So we do that a few times. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to give Coach Joel the ball. He has an orange band. Zach has an orange band. He's going to mirror Coach Joel. This is our mirror game. So Joel's going to do the same thing. If he dribbles that way, Zach's going to mirror him. If he goes the other way. Good. And you just go back and forth. Now if he gets in shooting form, hands up. Really just working on reacting to what that player's doing. This is our pirate treasure game. So how this works. We have our treasure ship right here, our boat with 4 cones. You can also use lines. We need to find boat. All the players are going to start over by our ship. When coach says go, all the players, everybody all at once, they're going to dribble their basketball out into the ocean. The ocean is out here. While dribbling, they're going to try to pick up some treasure. Treasure are our cones. The cones are our treasure. Then you pick up one piece of treasure at a time, bring it back to our ship, put it in our treasure chest. Then come back out, grab some more treasure, bring it back to the ship. So here's what it'll look like. Coach Joel and Coach Zach will demonstrate. All right, you guys ready? Let's get some treasure. Set, go. We're going to dribble, grab some treasure, bring it on back. It's a great one to work on that hand-eye coordination. Remember, one piece at a time. All right, and we can stop there. They did a great job. Once again, make sure we're affirming them, that we're being positive, coaching them up. And with our treasure, we can spread it out as much as we want. We can do far, close, just depends on skill level. So that's our pirate treasure game. Okay, this drill is hot potato shooting. It's a fun one. Everybody knows the game hot potato. We're trying to pass it fast. We have all our players circle up in an area. We're just going to circle right here with us 3. Whoever has the ball to start, when coach says go, they're going to pass it. So we got to be ready. We're going to pass it to a friend. Once they catch it, they're going to pass it to somebody. Nice and fast, but remember we're going to be safe. Make sure everyone's looking. Make sure we're looking at the ball. When coach says shoot, that player who has the ball in their hands is going to take the ball, dribble down, and give us a shot. So, look just like this. Ready? Go. Make sure we step and pass. There you go, nice and fast. Shoot. Awesome job. Just like that. We can do this over and over again. Now we're going to work on passing on the move. So when we play basketball, we're not always standing still or passing someone standing still. What we're teaching in this drill is if I want to pass it to someone who's moving, I got to throw it where they're going to be, not where they are. So we like to demonstrate this by having Coach Joel's going to throw me a pass. I'm going to say, not yet, but when I say pass it, he's going to pass it. So if I'm moving this way and Coach Joel passes it right to me, it's going to go behind me. But if he passes it out in front of me, watch how it goes right to where I'm going to be. Ready? Pass. Perfect. How we're going to practice this. We got 2 lines, a cone here, This can be parent and child or child-child. They're going to face each other. And I say go. Coach Joel's going to move this way while he has the ball. Coach Zach's going to move that way. They're going to pass back and forth, passing as many times as possible because we don't want to run with the ball. All right, we ready? Set, go. We're going to shuffle back and forth and pass. Good. And you guys can bring it on back this way. Once they get to the end, you can have them bring it back or stay at that end. Good, just like that. Great job. We're going to demonstrate some gameplay. So, we have our basketball hoop here. Coach Joel's on offense with the ball. Coach Zach on defense. They both have orange bands. So Coach Zach plays defense on Coach Joel. Here's how it's going to work. So we just want to go over some typical in-game things that happen and how you can handle them as a coach. So let's say Coach Joel's dribbling around with the ball. Coach Zach's playing defense. See Coach Joel's dribbling. He's doing a great job. But what's going to happen is this. He's going to run. What do we do in this situation? Hey, bud, make sure we dribble. Remember, when we have the ball, we're going to keep dribbling. This is as plays going on. We don't necessarily have to stop the game. Good job. Way to dribble. Good defense. Remember, one hand when we dribble, one hand. Those little call-outs, reminders as we're going. Now, say Coach Zach steals the ball. That's not allowed in our Biddy Basketball League. You can only steal passes or grab rebounds. So what I'm going to do, we stop just for a second, blow a whistle, boop. Hey, Zach, that's a great job. You're playing great defense. But remember, we're just going to stay in front, hands nice and out, put our hands up if they want to shoot. We're not going to take it from our friends, okay? And when we start play back, we're going to start with a pass in. So we'll have Coach Joel come up here, and he will give a pass. I'm going to be on his team, nice and still, and a pass to me, and we start play again. Defense can't steal that first pass. But once again, mistakes are going to happen. There's going to be traveling. We just want to encourage. Hey, make sure we dribble. Make sure we dribble. One hand. If we stop, we say, all right, pass or shoot, because I can't dribble again. That'd be double dribbling. So pass or shoot. Those sorts of things, little reminders. You get to keep the players going as they're learning.